So it has been a few weeks since the launch of Janthir Wilds, and I'm excited to present my fishing research for the new maps. If you saw my last 53 gold per hour Homestead fishing video, which got nerfed immediately, I have more data about the post-nerf Homestead fishing as well, and I was surprised to see that the results, although not the best, were also not absolute garbage. If you don't know, ArenaNet removed the deep world-class fish nodes from Homesteads and replaced them with some Janthir fish nodes. Although I was unhappy about the nerf initially, I recognized that the pre-nerf Homestead fishing was bonkers and absolutely needed the nerf. We probably don't want people holed up in homesteads, leaving open maps deserted. Already many players into decoration crafting will be spending a lot of time in their homesteads, but at the very least, they would have to get to the new maps to gather resources for their decorations. So the nerf was absolutely warranted and a good move by ArenaNet in my opinion. I spent some time in our new homesteads fishing and gathering data on how much gold per hour we can expect now after the nerf. I consider homestead fishing to be the easiest and laziest fishing farm in the game, and I will explain why later. There is no point fishing in the new Janthir fish nodes in the homestead as they do not give any ascended or legendary fish, so I focused on the freshwater nodes instead. I used sparkfly larvae as bait with fishing power at 925 and whitefish sushi as my food. The highest value from these nodes comes from the legendary fish Arapaima, which is one of the largest freshwater fish in the world and on the verge of extinction, and two ascended fish, the golden dorado and junja. Dorado in Spanish means golden incidentally, so the name of the fish is translated to golden. All of these fish are found in South American waters. In my first run, I made about 11 gold 62 silver in 28 minutes, which means about 24 gold 81 silver per hour. This value is after taking out the cost of 2 whitefish sushi, as well as after taking out the 15% trading post tax that you will incur while selling these materials. For my second run, I made about 33 gold 65 silver per hour and 42 gold per hour and 17 gold per hour for my third and fourth run. So the average gold that we can make fishing in homesteads comes to about 29 gold 53 silver per hour, which is not bad at all. Even though we see a total of 11 freshwater nodes, there are a total of 12 freshwater fish nodes in the homestead, as the first node gives 6 fishes instead of the standard 3. The reason I call this the easiest fish farm is because you don't have to move around much. We get a cluster of 4 separate spots having 3 fish nodes each, which means we don't really have to move around a lot, and there are no mobs to attack you. In every other map, you have to move around after every node. This in and of itself makes homestead fishing a little bit more appealing. Now we move to Lowland Shore. The north side of the map has a lot of lowland on and offshore fish nodes. Both on and offshore nodes gives the same fish. I spent the most amount of time fishing in Lowland Shore, and you'll see why. The data I will be showing you is just a fraction of the average data that I collect using various baits and at various fishing powers. This is all I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. Every spare time that I've had, be it 30 minutes or 2 hours, I've spent fishing. So if you appreciate the work that goes into this, please consider subscribing. I'm very close to 1k subs and would appreciate if you could push me over. The bait to use is ramshore snails with 925 fishing power. The highest value comes from the legendary fish Alabaster Oscar. The route I take is so. Start from the top right corner of the map and move west, going into the small pond which has 1 node and then out and west again. As you keep moving west, you will see the fishing tournament happen around here. You don't have to go to the tournament vendor to sign up. It will automatically sign you up for the tournament as soon as you enter the event circle. You will get this icon on your bar that says Tournament Participant. You don't need to spend time catching fish from the rare fish nodes that the tournament spawns. They only give you rare fish. Instead, you just keep fishing from your normal on and offshore nodes. By the time you reach the edge of the docks, the starting nodes will have started to spawn again, and you repeat this cycle. If you time it right, every time you reach the docks, the fishing tournament should be starting or ongoing. The tournament happens every 20 minutes, so you should be able to get participation in at least 2 or 3 tournaments per hour. I recorded the results from 3 tournaments, and as you can see, you get the new currency Ursus Oblige, Lowland Honeycomb, as well as a renown token which gives you 25% progress towards any heart in Lowland Shore. After the first 2 tournament participations, the third and any more that you do going forward that day will only give you the renown token, which is why I have recorded them separately and do not count these in my calculations for gold per hour from fishing. I spent a lot of fishing sessions and recorded the average from 2 to 4 runs per day for a total of 2 days, which gave me 28 gold per hour and 38 gold per hour for an average of 33 gold, 18 silver per hour. I wanted to test the same route without doing the fishing hard in End of Dragons, so I continued fishing for the next few days with 875 fishing power. This gave me a total of 32 gold, 12 silver per hour, which is very close to the 925 fishing power results. I'm happy about this because this means we don't have to leave the map to rebuff for that extra fishing power. One of my friends mentioned that offshore nodes have a slightly more drop rate for the legendary fish, so I spent only half an hour doing just the offshore fish for just one data point and got a value of 33 gold, 92 silver per hour, which is slightly better than getting both off and onshore nodes. But you will have to go all the way to the west corner of the map before the offshore nodes start spawning again. And if you start at an odd time, you will also consistently keep missing the fishing tournament. I have yet to test it out properly, but at this point I have spent too much time fishing in the game, so I'll leave it up to you guys to test it out, and if you find significant differences, please comment down below and let us know. I tried fishing in Janthir Syntri for a day, but honestly I would rather not fish in that map at all. The mobs, especially the luminal conduits, have a massive range and it's extremely annoying to fish in this map overall. The nodes also drop the same fish, so I don't think it's worth it to fish in this map at all. So what maps are the best to fish on? According to my data, the best map overall still is Inner Nios. You can check out my video on it, and if you are new to fishing, check out my older video about making gold from fishing. The next best maps to fish on are New Kyning Coastal Fish, Domain of Korna Desert Fish, Crystal Oasis Desert Fish, and Thunderhead Peaks Boreal Fish. Thanks for watching.